Hey Isaac, this is Joe with Jag Digital Services. I'm going to do a quick digital audit and review of your site and do, some analysis and then show you some other ideas that were out there. The logo colors, I love that they pop, and but I don't know if you notice, and it's just because it's Halloween, right? So there's your pumpkin head stem. There's the angry or horror looking eyebrows. There's the eyes and then big giant teeth. So it looks like a monster pumpkin patch coming at you. Do you get that? So I don't know. Everybody tries to do rooftops when they get into REI, and I try and tell people you don't have to. For instance, Tang and Eric, they went with headshots, right? Uh, they're pretty big. Dallas Fort Worth, Sell My House, DOW. That's Brian Rockwell. I helped compose and reorganize this on Carrot. Totally customized this on theirs. Man, probably a couple years ago. So it looks like they're missing a video link. But some of the things that I'm going to show you are going to be the proposition of who do you represent you are, what's your quick message, and how do I validate it? Through social media, through reviews, videos, pictures. What is it that's going to tell me that you're those things? Credentials, right? Licenses, depending on what you're doing. And then I can show you some homemade creations that we did. And you're going to see it's robust with some pretty cool, slick things like that when we do the little custom jobs. This is a non-performing notes guy, and this is Sam and Ashton Richardson. See there? Very similar, but look, everything's clickable, icon, recognizable. See what I mean? So that's really important. And then when we get to the mobile context, if I've got to go a couple, two, three swipes before I can get to that, because that one's going to be stacked below it. What I don't like about the sidebar, On Carrot's phenomenal for that, and see that, they're notorious for that. But you also have Propelio does the same thing because your format's Propelio, so they look very similar in many of the data and content things that are there. But anyway, the whole idea is when you go to mobile, sidebars stack below the content of the main page. So now you're talking several swipes before you even get to all the data, right? All the goodies. So it's really important. That's one reason why Tang and Eric, we went ahead and made sure there was a reviews button to get to those at the top because all these cool videos get pushed down to the bottom on mobile, right? So you can see there's a couple of different design ideas. Originally everybody was doing a short form up front. We have one design we did a year ago or almost 2 years ago that has that, right? But we also have great videos and call to action buttons. I mean, I don't know. Look at the frequently asked questions. And the frequently asked questions in this one are pretty slick, right? Boom, right? General, foreclosure, right? See that? Pretty nice. I think the Oak Harbor thing's kind of the same thing. Let's go to frequently asked questions. All right, you should do that because what are other people asking that I might be asking? And then there's an answer to it. Are you a valid source of information? Or are you just a bunch of writing? See, I have to get them involved in clicking something to get those. Social media buttons, call live buttons, really important. Or make sure the phone number is hot wherever it is, right? Make sure it's hot no matter where it shows up on the site. Give them a chance to call you. What I typically do today is make sure that the icons are there, right? People don't really need to see the number. They don't really need to see, the email address. Just click email, click call, right? Let's say I'm already raised my hand and I need your help and I've decided to get your help. Let them go ahead and go to the call to action right away. Or do this and, that it works. There's also things that are like a button for a pop-up. I definitely would do that more than a static form, which is what you're doing here, and I like it. Like it a lot. But it's just probably sitting too low, and then it's just antiseptical. You've got a lot of good written content here, and I would keep it, but I would mix it up with a little bit of media. When I use your menu bar, I'm not real sure. I did change, right? All this walkthrough, 3 simple questions, these all need to be cross-linked. For instance, let me show you Tang and Eric's. If you go down on their homepage, all of this is super hot. Goes to Facebook, Facebook reviews, Better Business Bureau. So all these are all white hat cross-link, right? Backlink, which changes. This goes to the article, how to sell your home, right? See what I mean? So, see, and you got all of this stuff too. You guys are regurgitating a lot of the same information. You got to have something that's going to set you apart. Because I'll be honest with you, if they've had one quote, they probably had five. They've made a talk to everybody. They're blue in the face last year. Now they've gone through COVID and they're really hurt. So you've got to have stuff that's clickable and actionable. And when I go to mobile, I'll show you mobile inspect. Excuse me, mobile inspect here on your page. So that's what, an iPhone 6, 7, and 8 Plus, right? So there's one, two, so two swipes before I even can tell you, hey, I want a cash offer, before I can give you my address. I don't know, I'd probably bring that up to the fold, and the fold is the upper half. Let's see what your frequently asked questions look like. Um, and so if everything's written out, you need to condense that because these can get wordy, and it's okay that they do, but give them a chance to at least get to what the dang question is. And then what's the short answer, and then a click to get the long answer, right? One thing about like Sam and Ashton's over here, if you go to About Us, and most everybody they get fills out the short form, or they get on the website chat. But they have this really nice elaborate one here where they're going to get some pretty hard data. I warned them against that 2-3 lines on a form, and that's about all you're going to get. Or let's do the chat. And they wanted one, so I built it, but I put it on Contact Us again because obviously it's the least form filled out. Every once in a while they'll get somebody to do it. On the Contact Us, because they are so heavy in social media, they're like Tang and Eric, they're verifiable as far as who they are. But you see the icons? See the icons? Call to action, you know? So this is really important. And if you go home, uh, nice pictures, pictures of real things. She's got a whole channel filled with videos. But you see the map. The map gives you a Google Pop score when you do ping it to a map, but we're not pinging it to a office location. We're just pinging it to their service area, right? And it's really bigger than that, but hey, that's big enough, right? But it allows you to get those target SEO things in there. So social media, pictures, videos. We can send you a Dropbox link, upload pictures, we'll compress them, keep the health and the speed of the site up. Videos, we'll show you how to create a channel, and you drop them in there. They get encrypted and compressed, and anybody can basically watch them on your website, mobile or whatever device it's already pre-built for you. Those don't cost anything. Cross-linking with your Facebook and your Instagram and Twitter, so important. So I probably would do that. And then if you have any testimonials, if you don't have a Google My Business page with Google stars and reviews, then get testimonials and we can manually put those in. You just have to reference the person that's doing it. Make sure you got their permission. I saw that you had privacy policy. So you don't have a terms and condition, but as long as you've got the standard mumbo jumbo there, which looks like you do, then you're good. Okay. Um, but that's the review. Could we make it better? Yeah, but I just don't know. See, look at it at a distance on that mobile. I would be like, cool, man, this dude's into Halloween. So I totally lose the Lotus, right? And that's widely used, man. I know of a DO, and she's a holistic doctor, chiropractic, acupuncture, PT. She's got a multifaceted, holistic healing, um, naturals. She's got a big facility in Southwest Fort Worth and a whole team of different people. And she used that, and she's got some hands growing out of it. I know of a cleaners, restaurants by the dozen. There's a lot of people that use that. But in the context that you created it here, love the colors. They pop. It just kind of looks like a really cool video game or a precept of a scary movie coming, right? And I don't know if you ever saw that. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, but the house kind of messes it up. And I don't know why everybody thinks they have to use a house. Like your domain, just so you know, the Lotus Property Solution .com. It says your Lotus Property Solutions. Probably that domain wasn't available. But you see here, that's a really long domain. And Google has really gone to like 15 characters or less. So, you want to stay on their favor because they own the internet, right? They own the traffic of the highways. But let's talk tomorrow. I think there's plenty we can do to get you dialed in really good, but it's going to depend on budget. And we can do a high, medium, low. I've got 6 months free financing if you want to go grab some cash and use it up front for us, and then take it down over a few bites, right? Make it easy. But we're not going to be expensive, but it just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. How much traffic you're throwing at this. I would imagine your conversion rate is stinky because this is not a high converting arrangement, right? But anyway, we'll help you. Probably late morning, I'll give you a call. Let's talk about what your budget is so we can align the strategy to low, medium, or high. And anything we do is going to be scalable. So if you become a monster, we don't got to rewrite the book. We just scale it up, right? We don't have to rebuild the whole thing. All right, man. Looking forward to it. Talk to you soon.